I'm Rebecca Gordon.
I'm Sylvia Gordon. We're talking about the cost of medical inflation.
Medical inflation.
Super exciting
As well as Walmart. How did it go this year?
And Connecture and online enrollment platforms. Do you have one? Do you need one? Stay tuned.
It's so funny when a shiny new penny hits the market. The platform, the enrollment platform, right? I saw this on the ACA site. Health Sherpa had it. Some other entities came up and they had all these great enrollment platforms. Now we have Connecture, we have CSGs coming out with one. Firefox?
Sunfire Matrix.
Or Sunfire Matrix.
So Mayor Life got Sunfire Matrix, and CSG is not released yet. It's supposed to be beta in February. But there's going to be a lot of people that are going to try to replicate Connecture. And if you don't know what Connecture is, Connecture was the Destination RX, which did Medicare.gov for 10 years. So then the government got rid of Connecture. You might have noticed that in August that we're going to do it ourselves. And that was the colossal mess up during AEP. That was the government's attempt to do it without Connecture. And then all the FMOs are in a freak out race to go buy Connecture privately because you couldn't rely and count on Medicare.gov. And plus with Connecture or these other, they all private labeled it. So they all said, this is our unbelievable, nobody has it. It was all Connecture program. FMOs paid a lot of money to be able to let you do what you used to be able to do for free on Medicare.gov and then give you the addition of being able to enroll your apps online.
So what's Medicare.gov gonna do?
So they're gonna get better. That's the thing, is Medicare.gov, they really stumbled out of the block.
And how much did they cost?
Yeah, Medicare.gov was free.
Oh, that's nice.
They should have paid us everybody can agree they should have paid us.
They should have paid
for that
us.
Colossal mess during AEP. But they will get better. How quickly, I don't know, but it still is not an enrollment platform. God help me if they ever do, because that's just another step to replace the agent. Meanwhile, for a convenience for agents is we want to have an online platform. Now, we bought Connecture in the past. We do not have it right now. We are currently onboarding another enrollment platform. So if you work with Gordon Marketing, yes, we will have one for you soon. We are working on that. We were working on that. Like I said, we had it a couple of years ago. Nobody used it. You guys didn't care. So we wasted a lot of money on it. Now we're back there. And just let you know, because people are like, I can only go with this FMO because he has this
We have it. So
crazy
if you
thing.
need it, hit us up in the box.
And everybody has it.
Everybody has it. I have a question. Somebody wants to know, how did Walmart go for you this year? So if you worked in a Walmart store, was it successful? You know, I hear it really depends on the store from what I hear.
You know, I think it really depends on the agent. So I have agents that sit there and they really want to be order takers and they invariably complain and hate Walmart. And then I got the super go-getter guy, and the guy's always like, hey, you want a piece of gum? And I got a joke about what happened. That guy makes money in a dead store.
Hey, you want some candy, little kid?
Now, we do have people that are able to be in stores during OEP right now, too. And they weren't as successful last year. We'll see what happens during OEP this year, because it's tougher because you can't talk about OEP, even though that's why they're still there. But Walmart, we always have about 150 stores that we staff, and a lot of people don't understand Walmart. Like, well, I have to stay with my FMO because of Walmart. No, all the FMOs, we all bid on stores. Right. That starts generally in April, and there's round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4. It changes slightly every year, but we've been doing this for over 10 years.
Yeah.
If you're interested in potentially being in a Walmart next year, if you have a downline of agents and you'd like to put a new agent or a retired agent, I generally say don't put your most ambitious agent there because there's a lot of downtime. There's a time commitment, but it's something to start thinking about now. Don't call us in May when all the bidding's already gone and you've already lost the store in your backyard and you're in a panic. You got to think about Walmart, think about your strategy for next AEP now, and let us help you get a plan. We have a brand new Medico incentive. Rebecca and Kelly Rayburn are going to talk about it in this clip.
Happy New Year! Medico has just announced a brand new incentive for first quarter for MedSup and hospital indemnity. Tell us, Kelly.
Hello, how are you? Happy New Year. Thanks for all your hard work in 2019, but we're gonna kick off 2020 just for you. So our new agent incentive for the first quarter of 2020, you have to do 5 MedSup applications. They're retroactive back to the very first application. It's $10 for your non-underwritten MedSup and $100 per application for your underwritten MedSup.
$100 app bonus.
The hospital indemnity is tiered. Apps 3 through 9, you get $25 an application. Applications 10 through 14, you get $35. 15 through 24, you get $50. And anything over 25 applications, you get $60. Now, the cool part about that is it's all retroactive back to that first application. So if you write 30 HIP applications, you're $60 all the way back to your very first application. It's all retroactive. That's huge. So let's just say, for instance, Rebecca, that an agent writes 25 in that first quarter HIP applications.
Yep.
They're going to be paid $1,500 for their applications. $1,500.
In addition to agent commission.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I want you to go back to the Med Sup.
Yep.
It's $10 if it's a guaranteed issue,
Yes.
but it's $100
$100.
for an underwritten Med Sup. Is there a
Right.
minimum on the Med Sup bonus?
No.
So app one,
To app one.
app $100. Look,
But you have to
folks,
write 5 in a month. You have to write 5 to be in it.
5 in a month. So look, this is it. This is gonna be a great new year in 2020 with Medico. If you have any questions, reach out to Gordon Marketing. Otherwise, you're in the money.
Woo! Okay, so this is from the Kaiser Family Foundation. This is over from 2008 to 2018. And the increase in the cost of Medicaid is about 12.5% per capita. Medicare is almost double that at 21.5. And private health insurance, bump, 52.6. That's unsustainable. I think everybody knows that. If you're on a group plan, you get free health insurance, or you're on Medicare or on Medicaid, everybody else knows this is unsustainable. Everybody that's on ACA that's paying, they're all
Well, the big problem with ACA is there's not a lot of competition. So there's hardly any carriers in the market. And if they're in the market, they're only looking for subsidized business. So they're Medicaid-backed carriers. So like your Ambetter, your Molinas. That's what they're looking for. They don't pay agent commission for off exchange. So it's very narrow. Half the counties in the country don't even have an ACA plan, so there's no competition. It's funny, I just met with one of our state senators last week, and she was asking, so frustrated, and I appreciate her interest in this broken system, but the things that she was talking about was so funny. It was called the state pool, right? So you have an entity where people with high-end pre-existing conditions can go. We had that. And then going back to the private healthcare, the way that we had it. And I just kind of threw my hands up. No one's going to talk about it. We're in an election year.
Well, they're talking about it all the time, this Medicare for all, and
Nothing's
expanding
moving. It's
public spending, and the
it's
public
white
sector
noise.
being the solution. And one of the things they say is, well, look how well Medicare and Medicaid keep their costs down. Well, is that because of the government's purchasing power, or is that because they vastly underpay providers? And ask any provider how they feel about their reimbursements for Medicare and Medicaid. So it's not because the government does such a great job of managing cost. So it's an election year. We're going to be talking about that a little bit. You're going to be hearing about that a lot. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.
Good selling.